I'm Mark Martin.
And I'm Wendy Griffith. Homosexuals will now receive special government protection. With a 68-29 vote, the Senate approved a measure to expand federal hate crimes laws to include gays and lesbians. The measure was attached to the Defense Authorization Act, a bill that funds the American military. The attached hate crimes provision will make it illegal to commit a violent crime against anyone based on their sexual orientation or perceived gender. The hate crimes bill passed the House earlier this month. It will now go to President Obama's desk for a signature. Lawmakers included language in the bill to protect religious leaders from prosecution, but the added protection does not have all religious leaders convinced. And for reaction on today's vote, we go to Bishop E.W. Jackson, who joins us now. Bishop, what worries you the most about this bill?
Well, first of all, I call it the Hate Christians bill, because the reality is that this bill is directed at suppressing Christian free speech. We believe that homosexuality is sin based on the teaching of Scripture. We believe that same-sex relationships are not approved by God. They don't want us to say that under any circumstance.
Now, what about the religious protections that have been added? Are you saying that they don't go far enough?
The interesting thing about the bill is that in order to prosecute someone under this bill, you've got to investigate their religious beliefs. So right there, you have a chilling effect on free speech. The other thing is, who incites someone to commit violence? Does a sermon do that? I certainly don't preach one for that purpose, but I could ultimately perhaps be charged with inciting violence under this bill.
Now, what kind of precedent does this set by adding homosexuals to a list that already offers protections for people based on race and gender?
It opens the floodgates because we don't know what gender identity really means. It hasn't been legally defined. We don't really know what sexual orientation means, but it's subject to an ongoing expansion which could take us down a road that I don't think anybody in America who's really thought about it wants us to go.
All right, so this looks like it's going to the president's desk to be signed. What can we do? What can anyone do?
Well, my organization, STAND, and a number of other organizations have gotten together. We are going to make clear our disapproval. We want to commend the congressman who voted against this bill, but we are going to take a stand against it and demand that it be challenged legally and that it be challenged ultimately legislatively in reverse. So Christians need to tell their senators and congressmen, I'm against this. This needs to be repealed.
All right, Bishop Jackson, we always appreciate your insights. Thanks for being with us. Mark?
A tragic ending to the search for the Florida girl